Hello guys, welcome back to this men's colognes channel. Today's video is all about beast mode colognes that will pull you compliments. Of course, every video is about really amazing fragrances, but these in particular are very strong. So if you're after them, this is your list. Let's go. First one is this Beast is Scandal from Rumple Gaultier. This is a absolute just strong fragrance and it will for sure get you compliments if you're out in a bar. Oh, this smells so nice. It's more of a younger vibe. If you're a bit younger, maybe in your like 20s, then this is the perfect fragrance for you. It's really intense sandalwood, which basically smells a lot like coconut, but it is a woody scent that is sweet and very strong. It's super attractive. It's more on the sweeter side. So if you enjoy this sort of a fragrance, but want that really strong cologne that will pull you compliments, then this one is a great one from Rumple. Next up, we've got another just amazing fragrance, and I guarantee you'll be getting compliments for this one. A lot of people talk about Xerjoff Naxos. I feel like Xerjoff Naxos is like #1 bestseller for the brand, but in my opinion, there's nothing quite like Shooting Stars Starlight from the brand. Not only because Naxos is kind of, because of that caramelly vibe, it is kind of a denser sort of a fragrance. This is much more of a brighter and lighter fragrance, which means it projects much better. It's much more wearable throughout like all of the year, not only like winter. Naxos is a bit limited in its wear. This is like your proper signature worthy sort of a cologne. Compliment pulling. This smells like celestial, just honey floating in the air. It smells spicy like coriander. It's got a bit of white chocolate. It's an incredible cologne. I guarantee you have never smelled something quite like this. It's totally worth the money, and the performance is just mind-blowing. Next up, we've got Stronger With You Absolutely from Armani. This fragrance is no joke. Strong. It's really an understatement. This is beast mode on another level. Super strong. Oh, so good. It's nutty, it's smoky, it's woody. It's got this Stronger With You intensely character, but with a lot more woodiness and smokiness. This will just project like crazy and will definitely give you attention. This smells more like a higher end cologne, like even a niche level cologne. So somebody who is into fragrances might be thinking, oh, this guy's wearing like a niche cologne because of that woodiness. It's one of those really great scents. Like you can get it for designer money, but it will be mistaken for niche, and it's just an excellent cologne. Next up, we've got another very strong fragrance, and I think the key with strong beast mode fragrances is for them not only to be strong in its notes, but also have a bit of lightness, because I find that is when I personally can smell the fragrances the most on men, when there is some lightness to it. When they're too heavy, they kind of like die down and sit closer to the skin. So this one is a perfect example of light and strong at the same time. Enigma Perform cologne from Roja Parfums. This cologne is like the scent cloud of this is just heavenly. You'll get compliments right, left and center with this one. It's unique. It's this leathery Coca-Cola fragrance. It sounds fun. It is super fun. I mean, this is a fun person cologne. It's super unique, super just playful, and to me this is incredibly sexy as well. Next up, another beast mode designer. You see I did kind of designer, niche designer, just to make it a bit more interesting. Versace Eros Eau de Parfum. This fragrance is still good and still very strong. This lingers around forever, and you might be thinking, if you're really into colognes and you've gone through bottles and bottles and bottles, that you're like, oh, I've done the Versace Eros, but for some reason this gets crazy compliments still. Like whenever we test it and ask people, like they love it, and I get why. In the air, it smells amazing on men. I do admit that up close, like just like that, it's okay. But there is something like with the chemistry, just does something on men's skin. It smells absolutely amazing. It's this apple, lavender, vanilla concoction. It shouldn't work, but it does perfectly. It's masculine, strong, and will pull you compliments. Next up, another really strong fragrance with a bit of lightness as well. And by the way, let me know what is your currently number one compliment pulling fragrance in the comments down below. I'd love to know. The one that I would suggest for you is Haltan from Parfums de Marly. This is absolutely amazing. Ever since I smelled it for the first time, I've been obsessed. It's super spicy. It's got this like apple crumble sort of an opening. It's intense, it's juicy, and it's woody, but like really intensely, harshly woody, like Baccarat Rouge has got that woodiness throughout it. This is that sort of a woodiness that carries this fragrance and really makes it crazily projective. Projective, is that even a word? This is really attractive, perfect now for fall and winter season, because it's got that juiciness, spices, woodiness, comfort, but still it's got this lightness that makes it so airy and attractive and will make you smell amazing. Another scent that is still so good in my book, and I'm always going to talk about it, is 1 Million, the original. I mean, guys, it's so good still. You can get it at such a great price. If you're somebody that has never gotten into the hype of 1 Million, try it out. It is like, there was a reason why so many people were obsessed with it, still are, but this was like a huge hype when I was younger. I remember so many ads for 1 Million. Like, it was in every single magazine, every single like TV commercial. It was just everywhere, and I get why, because there's the cinnamon, the intensity of the vanilla, it just smells really incredible, and it does smell more expensive than it is. So if you're maybe on a budget and want an amazing cologne, or if you've got like 30 bucks or something and you want an amazing cologne, no matter your age, then this is super attractive. Women find it still very attractive, and I think because not so many people are wearing it maybe, then you can still like rock it and smell unique enough. Next up is my newfound love. I can't stop thinking about this fragrance. It's from 8 Bob and it's called Aneta. This fragrance, I mean, I've said to you now, like, I need to have it in my collection to recommend to you guys, and also for my husband to wear it, because I love it so much. I have tested it, and it's one of the most impressive fragrances I have smelled in a long while. It's super dark and spicy and woody. It's so intensely spicy that it makes it absolutely hypnotizing. It's one of those really great, just deep fragrances that when you smell, you're just like transported into another dimensions. It's so sexy, really intense. It's got a bit of a coffee note as well, which is so well blended within that spice. This is an 8 Bob fragrance for me. I took a while to discover the whole range, but this one is the one that I just so like, I need this right now. It's like, it killed all my other purchases. Like, this is the fragrance that I can't stop thinking about. So if you want a new fragrance that smells amazing, will pull you compliments, it's super long lasting, then this is the one. Next up, another super strong fragrance, and this one pulls compliments also very well. It is Oud Satin Mood Extrait. Talk about strong. Another just beast mode of a fragrance. You don't need much of it. You can only spray 2 sprays on you and you'll smell all day and night. It is one of those scents, Oud Rose, in a perfect cocoon of velvet. It's smooth, it's comforting, it's super luxe. I can just see this on a guy like in a suit, but like walking outside with like a coat and overcoat and like cashmere scarf. This is like, you see a guy and he's like your man crush, because you're like, oh, I want to look like him. He's like all put together, he's got everything going on. This is that guy. Everything is like put together, perfect and super attractive. Would set a mood extra. And next up, we've got another designer scent that is just killer beast mode. Sauvage Elixir. Without further ado, this is the one that you need to get if you're looking for designer beast mode fragrance. It's so good. I just don't want them to ever change the formula or discontinue it, because it's amazing. Not only the strength, but also the attractiveness of this cologne. And I see comments all the time on this channel saying that this gets you a lot of compliments, and I'm not crazily surprised because it's so attractive smelling. It's got this sweetness, woodiness, this shower freshness. It's got everything in this cologne, everything that we women love in a cologne. This does have, plus a tad bit of this like grown-up man sort of a fragrance. It's not like this young inexperienced guy. This is like a guy who knows what he's doing. Guys, let me know what new colognes have you acquired to your collection recently in the comments down below. I want to know what has been your recent acquisitions. I'll link all of these, of course, in the description for you to test and try out, and all the best prices. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.